Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of Warify Reviews, back at it again with my review for the SimGot EA500 LM. Pero actually, this is a double review. I'll review also the SimGot DU4X, which is the SimGot's latest dongle. Yes, it is the SimGot's latest USB-C dongle. Okay, which is this one, as you can see. Pero unahin muna natin tong EA500 LM. So, this won't be possible. All of this won't be possible if hindi nagparamdam si SimGot sa akin. So, a big thank you kay SimGot for sending these units to me in an exchange for a honest, unbiased review. Rest assured na lagi ang reviews ko is honest talaga, and since wala naman din akong gain if magiging biased ako towards a brand, okay? Oo. Pero yan, kaya ako siya naisip na gawing parang double review in one kasi these two fit so well based dun sa sound quality nila. Pero ayun, sige, start na tayo sa SimGot EA500 LM. So, bale si SimGot EA500 LM is a sabihin na natin parang it can be different flavor, it can be a rework of the original EA500. SimGot really took all of those feedbacks na nakuha nila sa EA500 because it was revolutionary at that time na nirelease yung EA500. In my opinion, it became my go-to for those people na naghahanap ng mga neutral sound signature na hindi hindi sensitive yung tenga nila, okay, sa brightness. But anyhow, yun. Bale si EA500 is yung parang to me, yun yung parang repatch or parang rework ng EA500 na original, okay? As you can see, mostly ang difference nila is wala naman gaano in terms of looks, pero as you can see, yung box is medyo iba na. Yes, so 'di ba, may may parang astral something design na siya. Na indication na this is a EA500 LM, as you can see. And then meron ditong subtle na itsura ng driver na ginamit. As you can see, it's a DMDC2. Second generation 10mm DMDC, LM diaphragm, as usual. And yun, nandun pa rin yung trademark niya na detachable nozzle, just like the EA500. And yung dual target frequency curves. And as you can see, yung frequency response nila ng dalawa. Kasi since meron niya siyang mga extra stuff, okay? Yan, may mga extra stuff siya na katulad nung sa EA500. As for the packaging, it is still the same. Pag binuksan mo, ayan. It is still the same. Naka-chinent. May quote ni Blaise Pascal along with the yung lalagyan niya na case, yung yung ear tips niya still the same. Ang nag-iba lang, as far as I remember, though hindi ko rin sure, I'm so sorry, is yung cable. Yung cable niya is very, very identical na sa EM6L. If you look at it, they're nearly the same, okay? And go compare natin siya dito mamaya, okay? So, ayun. Sa fit and comfort, pati sa itsura, it is the same sa EA500. So, if nagka-EA500 ka na before, it is nearly the same din naman sa EA500 LM. Nandun pa rin yung metal na polished, glossy finish niya. As you can see, na may LM logo na this time. Yan, may LM logo na parang indication na, okay, this is the EA500 LM. And then nga, scratch prone pa rin siya. Fingerprint magnet prone pa rin, just like the older one. Okay? So, wag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy. Let's proceed to the sound. As for the sound, this is still a neutral. Yeah, this is still a neutral sounding set to me. Maybe mild due for most people. Na ayun nga, ang kaibahan niya sa original EA500 is yung yung nakalagay na ano dito, yung nakalagay na yan nozzle, yan, as you can see, yung brass nozzle, which is yung stock, tapos ko-compare natin sa additional nozzles niya. Yung nakalagay, yung pinaka-difference niya, in my opinion, is parang nabawasan yung brightness niya. Oo. Mas naging parang all-rounder siya, mas naging tolerable, in my opinion, yung parang brightness niya for those people na very sensitive yung tenga sa treble or sa brightened or boosted upper frequencies, which is a good thing. But to me, despite na parang kahit papaano na tono nila yon, it is still not recommendable for everyone na parang lalo na dun sa mga taong sensitive yung tenga kasi meron pa rin naman siyang instances na parang it can be too much sa mga taong titingin. Okay? So, proceed na tayo sa ibang components ng sound niya, which is yung lows. Yung lows niya compared sa EA500, it is now much better. Mas textured na siya. Hindi ko siya matatawag na super elevated. To me, sakto lang. Pero, ramdam mo yung parang niya ramdam mo yung linis, ramdam mo yung pagiging concise niya, ramdam mo yung pagiging, yung pagiging detail niya, pagiging textured na parang, hindi naman siya kulang. Pag kinailangan ng bass ng kanta, andun naman siya. Pag hindi kailangan ng bass, edi as is siya. Ayun, wala siyang bleed sa mids, which is a really good sign. And by the way, I'm so sorry. Wait lang, napakita ba? Ayan, yung indication na EA500LM, ayan, may nakalagay dyan. Yan. Ayun yung difference niya. Yung bass is mas gumanda, mas naging, hindi na siya reserved gaano. Oo. Mas slightly dynamic na siya compared sa previous na EA500, which is a good thing in my opinion. Ayun. And they managed to keep that bass na yung mids niya is still the same. It's still the textured, it's still the wide, it's still vivid, open sound. Oo, sound quality nung mids niya. Yung para sa mga tao na nung una, yung para sa EA500, they find it thin in terms sa mids. In my opinion, to me, kasi mahilig ako sa neutral, I'd say it is passable yung EA500 before. Yung ngayon naman nadagdagan siya ng onte, as in super onti lang, hindi mo siya mahalata actually unless na lang ipag-compare mo side by side. Kaya nang hiram pa ako sa friend ko just to check yung EA500 if like anong tawag doon, if meron ba talagang difference, and yes, meron naman, pero hindi naman siya sobrang halata. Oo, hindi siya halata talaga. So there's that. Yung lower mids niya, yun, nandun pa rin yung usual na kapal, nandun pa rin everything that you can see, you heard or you can hear sa EA500 na original, which can be a good or a bad thing, depende sa preference mo. Okay? Sa upper mids niya, ayun, it is still your usual na Simgot, na upper mids na elevated, na bright, na airy, na sparkly, na magandang clarity. And ayun nga, kahit na nabawasan yung yung elevation, okay? Or nabawasan yung parang pagiging bright niya nung upper mids niya, I won't still recommend it for those people na super sensitive yung tenga again. Kasi hindi naman siya hindi naman siya likely katulad ng EM6L na parang okay, this is kind of safe for everyone, you know? For everyone, all rounder, ganito ganyan. So hindi ko pa rin siya mare-recommend talaga. To be honest. So ayun. And ano pa ba? Okay, move tayo sa treble. As for the treble naman, the treble is still your usual Simgot EA500 type na medyo bawas yung brightness, pero andun pa rin yung air, andun pa rin yung clarity, andun pa rin yung resolution, andun pa rin yung micro details. Everything is still there. I do believe na parang walang nabago naman dun, or kung may nabago man, it is nearly the same or na-improve up to the point na hindi ko na maalala. Yun to me, yung yun yung parang pinaka niya, difference. And ayun nga, proceed na tayo sa parang pinaka discernible, ayan, yun yung term ko. Pinaka discernible na difference to me ng EA500 sa EA500LM, which is yung technical performance. Yung technical performance dito, if na-feel mo na parang nakulang or probably tuyo kulang yung width ng soundstage ng EA500, dito talaga is masasabi ko na parang naging mas wide siya, mas naging immersive, naging holographic. Hindi, sure, there may be some exaggerations doon, lalo na kapag naka-audition ka na ng IEMs na marami. But for most people and most of the time na makikinig ka dito or ako throughout my listening sessions, I'm still amazed actually. I'm really amazed na Simgot managed to pull that one na parang immersive, na parang alam mo yun, may mini headphone experience, pseudo headphone experience, whatever you call that. Pero ayun, meron siyang wideness talaga na almost na nakuha niya yung holographic, yung pagiging holographic, yung depth, yung height, yung width ng soundstage na nakuha niya yung parang sa BQEYZ Autumn na nagkaroon ako before. Ganun yung experience and ganun yung enjoyment ko dito sa EA500LM, which is really nice. And dahil dun, affected din yung separation and layering niya, which is, I'm a sucker for it, lalo na pag malinis. Never nagkaroon ng hassle to, never nagkaroon ng problem sa mga heavy passages, sa mga heavy tracks, sa mga busy tracks. Never siya nagkaroon ng nagkaroon ng parang, naging tunog congested, naging tunog congested, na up to the point na isipin mo na, okay, it's my file, it's my setup, yung problem kung bakit pangit nung tunog netong itong kantang to dito sa earphone na to. Kasi sobrang revealing niya, which can be a good or a bad thing, depende sa gagamit. But to me, it is a good thing. Okay? And yun, yung sa imaging niya is very precise. Okay? Masinsin, precise, madali mo ma-pinpoint which is which. Diba? Yun, it is the usual Simgot fashion talaga, which is I really like. Okay? So, ayun naman, ang tawag doon, maikli lang naman yung parang sa Simgot mismo na EA500LM kasi hindi naman siya sobrang layo talaga sa EA500, but it is definitely an improvement. Narinig ko naman yung improvement. Pero kung like, let's say, may EA500 ka na and feel mo parang, okay, sabi ni Aurafy Reviews, parang konti lang naman daw yung difference, ganito, ganyan. Yes, you are correct. Hindi siya parang, alam mo yun, hindi ko siya parang bibili na as a second pair. Ang gagawin ko mostly, ibebenta ko EA500 ko, then buy this one. Or probably, kung wala pa akong EA500, ito na lang yung bibilin ko straight through. Oo. Yung EA500LM because it is much, much better in my opinion. Okay? So, move tayo dito sa, sa mga filters niya. Actually, nadagdagan niya if I'm correct, or if I'm not mistaken, parang nadagdagan yung versions niya ng parang nadagdagan yung versions niya ng filters, which is ito, yung may red ring na silver stem, silver nozzle, and yung black ring na may silver nozzle. So, punta tayo sa itong sa red ring na may silver nozzle. Bale, sa red ring na may silver nozzle, katunog lang siya ng usual na Simgot na EA500, which is yung usual na Harman, na bassy, na chunky yung bass, na nag-set back onti yung mids, na parang kumapal yung lower mids, nagkaroon ng minimal bleed. Tapos, ayun, na medyo na smoothen out, syempre, yung upper mids and treble niya, na parang medyo hindi na siya masakit sa tenga. Hindi na siya, for sensitive people, hindi na siya sobrang bright. Oo, pero ayun, nagkaroon din ng hit siya sa nagkaroon siya ng hit sa soundstage in my opinion. Parang mas lumit siya, mas nawala yung holographic factor niya. Oo. Kaya, ayun. Most people will find the red ring, the red ring the most fitting dito for their enjoyment. But to me, it isn't. Pero ayun, you do you naman. Masama dyan. Actually, lahat pa rin sila. Regardless ng kung anong lagay mong filter is nice. Okay? So, proceed tayo dito sa may black ring, silver, Ito yung favorite ko before na nilagay ko sa EA500 kasi ito yung Simgot house sound, which is yung usual na mostly, nearly uncolored mids, na neutral yung tunog, na elevated yung vocals na medyo bright. Okay, so it can be neutral bright. Which is a good thing or a bad thing, depende ulit sa makikinig. Oo. Na ayun nga, this time, nakuha niya nga din naman yon yung sa EA500. Kaso, ayun, mas lalo naging apparent yung sibilance niya. Yung prone sa sibilance actually, and sa harshness. Oo. Which is, ayun nga, it can be a bad thing to those people na may sensitive na tenga. Oo. Kaya ayun, and ayun nga, yung mids niya is parang mas naging elevated. Yung vocals niya ay mas lumapit sa tenga mo up to the point na parang nawala yung parang pagiging immersive niya. Okay? Yung pagiging holographic nung tunog. Oo, mas lumit yung stage. Kasi nga, naging focus na ng tenga mo yung naging focus na ng tenga mo yung what do you call this? Yung vocals. Oo. So, to me, since tatlo naman tatlong pairs yung kasama ng Simgot itself So, in my opinion, if you want yung parang pinakatunog talaga ng EA500LM, I suggest na just skip these kasi hindi mo naman siya need in my opinion, and stick with the stock. Oo, mas mag-stick ka sa stock because it is really good. Ito yung parang best of both worlds na ng EA500LM. Okay? Oo. Basta tapos ayan, i-try natin siya i-compare dito sa yan, 'di ba? Try natin compare sa EM6L. So bale pag pinagumpara mo sila price-wise, mas mahal I believe yung EM6L. And ayun nga, anong tawag doon? Magkaiba yung tunog nila Oo. Sure, nandun yung Simgot house sound na parang okay, kahit no matter what you do, it is still detailed. Pero ayun nga, mas lamang si EA500LM kasi nga mas tapyas yung bass niya. Mas less yung warmth niya on stock filter. Kaya ayun, to me, mas better si EA500LM compared kay EM6L. Ang kagandahan lang kay EM6L, all-rounder siya, okay? Sobrang all-rounder niya, kahit kanino mo ipahiram or iparinig, hindi sila ma-offend sa tunog at all. Oo, tas cohesive din. Ayun nga, hindi siya tunog dynamic driver. Hindi siya tunog BA despite na hybrid siya. Hybrid IEM to, na may BA, na may DD. Pero ayun, ang ganda kasi ng cohesion din nito. So ayun, for musical enjoyment na hindi ka naman nalalayo din sa mga kulang sa details, ganito ganyan. Hindi naman din kulang talaga yung details. EM6L is most likely more than enough for you. Do you see yourself getting the EA500LM kapag meron ka na netong EM6L? In my opinion, hindi na need if we're being practical. Pero kung halimbawang Simgot fanboy ka, if you want something na parang the best talaga, alam mo yun, the best under 100 USD, sure, by all means, get both. Maganda naman pareho Oo. Pero ayun nga, in terms of practicality, which I will always pick in this channel kasi yun yung principle ko, practicality over everything talaga, I'd pick the EA500LM if wala ka pang EA500 or any Simgot IEM. In my opinion lang naman. Okay? Okay. Now, proceed tayo dito sa dongle. Itong sa dongle naman itself is the Simgot U4X. I believe this isn't the Simgot's first dongle. I see I already saw yung mga IEMs nila before. Yung mga dongles nila before. Meron U4 ata na mas nauna pa dito. And ayun nga. This is the recent one. Probably this is the upgraded version. Oo. So, ayan yung itsura niya. As you can see. Medyo naiiba siya compared sa ibang dongles. Medyo maliit lang din siya actually. Mas mahaba pa dito yung Heidi's S9 Pro na nire-review ko sa baba. And, ayan, sige. Lagay tayo ng comparison. Mas malaki pa dito yung mas malaki pa dito yung EV Ears Allegro. Okay, take a look. Diba? Mas malaki pa siya actually. And, yung Tanch Gym Space, actually, they're nearly the same in terms of, diba? In terms of laki. Okay? Ayun, anong tawag doon? Ito yung box niya. Hindi ko rin alam ba't ganyan dumating sa akin. But well. Ayan yung box niya. It looks nice. U4X. Ayun yung specs niya. For you to take a look. Dalawa yung Cirrus Cirrus Logic DAC niya. Okay, so may extra low noise, may UAC mode. Reminds me of the X-Duo Link 2 BAL. Tapos, ayan yung kaya niyang i-support. PCM, ayan, 32-bit, DSD 256, and ayan nga, may 3.5 SE and 4.4 BAL. Which is a good addition, lalo na talaga pag bibili ka ng, dongle. Ayan, diba? Ayan yung niya, yung specs niya, i-post niya na lang. Pero without looking at the specs, this is more than enough for your IEMs talaga. Kahit sa planar actually, kahit sa hard to drive IEMs, katulad nung Hades na ni-review ko recently, it is more than enough. Okay? Tapos ayan, credits dito kay OB Audio and kay Emerson. They're two of my friends na hobbyist din, na sila yung nakakita nito na ayun, may hidden feature si SimGot U4X, which is the high gain mode, na hindi mo siya makikita agad unless na lang babasahin mo dito sa ilalim ng box, wherein you need to press these two buttons. Ayan, may volume button siya, and this is independent by the way, na need mo i-press sabay para gumana yung high gain mode. And ayun nga, may pag nakasaksak siya sa source mo, may ilaw yan ng indicator na okay, max volume ka na, okay, nag-step above ng volume ka na ilaw, which is a nice touch and for an enthusiast like me ng SimGot. SimGot really did well on that one. Okay? As for the sound, ano ba yung naidadagdag niyang sound sa IEM or na i-complement sound niya sa IEM or sa mo? Ito yung dongle na which is quite different. Oo. Very very different siya for dongles under 100 USD. Kasi warm siya. Oo, this is a neutral-ish na may dagdag ng warmth sa IEM. Oo, which is surprising to me. Oo, sobrang surprising to me nung una ko narinig. Sabi ko, uy, medyo kakaiba to. It's been a while since nung huli ako nakarinig ng dongle na warm sounding under $100 na hindi pangit or hindi underwhelming in my opinion. Okay? Which is a good thing kasi kahit papaano, 'di ba? Okay, hindi na yung parang ano ba yung mas better ganito ganyan. On all the sea of neutral sounding dongles, which is better. Ito, you'll pick this if you want warmth. Oo, ano niya? Okay. You'll pick this U4X if your IEMs are mostly bright or mostly neutral na manifest and you want that warmth. You'll pick this one. Oo, mag-avail ka nito, bibili ka nito if you want that warmth. If you want additional warmth sa sound mo. Ngayon, ang tanong, is it kasing powerful ba siya netong Tanch Game Space? In my opinion, yes. Oo. Actually, pareho silang merong 30 steps ng volume. And yun yung max nila. And yun nga, independent volume to, by the way. Pareho silang may independent volume. So, ayun, kaya sila may power buttons din. Kaya, it is a good thing, actually. Para hindi ka na-adjust ng software volume mo sa source mo. Or, is it as powerful netong Kiwi or Allegro? Yes, definitely. Almost mag-asim powerful lang sila and they had no problem. It had no problem na i-drive yung mga IEMs ko dito. Kahit nga yung makunat na Hades. Wala siya naging problem dito. So, ayun. Ayun lang naman yung review ko sa SimGot U4X. Basta ang TLDR doon, this is a nice sounding, nice warm sounding dongle na pwede mo ma-avail under 100 USD. Oo. Kaysa sa mag Truth Ear Shio ka. I had a bad experience sa Truth Ear Shio. Sobrang nakripple niya yung technical performance ng IEM na nakasaksak doon. But, oh well, that's another story. Pero ayun, to me, ito lang yung valid na warm sounding dongle na audition ko under 100 USD. Okay? So, that ends my double review of the SimGot U4X and SimGot EA500LM. And ulitin ko, this won't be possible if hindi ako kinontak ng SimGot ulit for letting me review their products in an exchange for an very honest na hindi bias na review, okay? Lalo na Tagalog na 'to. So, wala na talaga akong, parang anong tawag do'n, censorship dito. Oo. So, ayun, sinadya ko rin 'yun because my page, my Headfi account as well, I post my English reviews there. So, it would be very redundant if English pa rin yung review ko dito. So, for the Filipino audiophiles or hobbyists or newbies, this one's for you. Okay? Mm-mm. So, ayun. Thank you sa pakikinig and see you sa next review ko.